We are the Nerd Eternal Network.
Hello and welcome to the Nerd Eternal Network presents Icons. This season it's Icons the Wider World. As we left off last time, the heroes of Spear were about to face off against some monsters, obviously powered people in this world of horribly mutated individuals. We're going to leave them there for a little bit. And we're cutting back to Earth to another set of heroes in an entirely different part of the country. So today, with me, will be Taylor, debuting the character Muckboot.
Howdy, howdy.
Curtis, who will be playing Landshark.
Hola.
Brian will be playing the Jade Dragon.
Just say no, kids. Just say no.
Zach will be playing the Boogeyman.
Yo.
Should I have put a "the" in front of your name?
It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Well, the difference between the Boogeyman and Boogeyman is
Well, without the "the," it's almost a sentence.
I was going to say it's
And we're off the rails. All right. We have Mike playing Whippet, and Anna playing Legal Eagle. All right. All of you are in the same town. It may be that this is your hometown, like in the case of Boogeyman. You may just be here for a job, as in the case of Legal Eagle. Or you may be passing through, which is, I suspect, what Landshark is doing.
What town are we in?
It's a city named Rhodes Ferry. It's not a huge city. I'm trying to think of a good example of its size. Have any of you ever been to Huntsville? You know, it's got the space camp, the rocket center, and all that.
I saw the movie Space Camp.
Well, you've seen part of the city then.
Yes, I've been there, Game Master.
Yeah. You're like me. You live down the road from it. Let me see if I can pull up a... Let's see. It's got a population just a little shy of 200,000. So, you know, not a huge city, but... It is further
There's
down
definitely a couple of large buildings here, though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it is a city. It is further down the road from a much larger, more well-known city named Manford. Unlike Manford, it has not always been friendly to its superpowered citizens. The federal government has generally left policing supers, or not policing, they have people for that, but how accepting any municipality or local government is, the supers has always been kind of left up to them. Well, Manford always sort of embraced its costumed heroes. Rhodes Ferries always took a dimmer view of them. Not arresting them on sight or anything, but Rhodes Ferry has always been known as a spot that would hassle you if you were in the costume set. Now, what do you guys do on an average day? Or what are you doing here in Rhodes Ferry?
I'll go first. The Jade Dragon in his civilian identity is in a very Bill Bixby sort of way, walking the earth. And he has found his way to Rhodes Ferry, pretty much just hitchhiking and looking out for people in need.
Okay. And go ahead and give us a description of your character, because it's been since the issue 0 that we talked about this guy.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, so the Jade Dragon is a young man who is a skilled martial artist and the newest inheritor of an ancient mystical legacy. He is intensely trained, a martial arts master, and uses his abilities to assist the downtrodden and the otherwise disenfranchised.
Alrighty.
And he has a civilian name, and I don't remember what it is because it's been a while. I will look that up now, though, and get back to you.
But I'm certain it's written down somewhere.
Exactly.
Taylor, what brings Muckboot to town?
Well, Muckboot heard about a new Bass Pro Shop opening up down here, Rhodes Ferry, so he decided to head on over.
That sounds like something he would do.
I'll be right back.
Muckboot is a simple man of simple tastes, and he hates Bass Pro Shops.
So it's gonna burn it down?
No, I'm gonna come in here and make fun of it for a couple hours and go home.
Start stuff in the big fish tank.
I was gonna say, is you gonna try fishing out of the big fish tank? They got some
These
big bass in
white-collar
there.
seller types don't know the front or the end of a fish. They don't even know which end bites the bait.
All right, I'm back.
Alright, give us a physical description of Muckboot.
Muckboot is farmer tanned, wearing muck boots, overalls, kind of a dingy, damaged hat. Always has a smoothbore musket with him on his back. He's not very tall. He looks to be in his 30s, yet somehow older. Like he's just seen stuff.
He's got old eyes.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to assume walking around town that he's probably got the rifle in something.
No, it's completely legal to have a black powder rifle out in the open.
Is it?
A smoothbore? Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's basically the same as having a knife of like, you can get one person with it. You ain't getting more than one person with that.
I don't know, some of them Civil War reenactors can reload pretty quick.
Yeah, but the thing is just like, if there's anyone on site with any other type of legal handgun, it's 10 to your 1.
Or even a really good throwing arm.
Alright, so you're basically in town to sightsee, essentially.
Yep.
Oh,
And Muckboot's got to get reoriented with the world.
so he's just freshly back.
Yeah, he basically got told, hey, your world got attacked by intergalactic pirates. And he's like, whoa, I need to head on back home, see how the farm's doing. And then when he got back, he's like, oh, I've been gone a while. Whoops. I don't have a farm anymore.
Oh, did I feed the chicken before I left?
Yep, they're dead. Alright, Brian, did you find your name?
It is. Jade Dragon is Tavius Wood.
Alright, Curtis, tell us who you're playing and what he's doing now.
Quentin Bruce Brady. What's the main town that the campaign was set in?
The first season was set in Manford,
Okay.
which is like
Yeah,
40
he
minutes
was
down
on-
the highway.
Yeah, he was on a bus ride to Manford to interview about a new superhero team, and they stopped in, what is this place again?
Rhodes Ferry.
Rhodes Ferry.
Rhodes Ferry, they stopped in Rhodes Ferry, and he either got off on the wrong stop or thought it was like like you're on a cruise and they stop in the town for a little bit and you've got time to go to the bathroom and stuff, and just got abandoned in town. So he kind of looks like a college football player or something. Kind of beefy 24-year-old.
Is he in costume or in plain clothes?
He would be in plain clothes.
Okay.
But I'm sure his hair would be moosed up into a faux fin.
I'm picturing. Do you remember the old Martin? Was it Martin?
Oh God!
Martin Short. The
I do. I remember that quite distinctly.
Hopefully it looks cooler than that, but I'm not going to promise.
It doesn't. He's just so big, nobody will tell him. Let's see, Mike. Who are you playing? And what's he doing?
I am playing Whippet, aka Jamie Brigg. She is a daughter of a renowned street Batman type hero who shall be named later. She comes from a family
Not the multi-dimensional man.
That's not
fair enough. Could be. I don't know. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, she has a sister. She also has a sister named Glowstick. She and Glowstick were crime-fighting partners. Whippet's maybe like a junior in junior year age in high school. We'll say Glowstick is college age, but they're both kind of like following in their mother's footsteps. They're really more like thrill seekers than driven to justice the way their mother was perhaps. I haven't figured that out yet. In any event, there is some kind of falling out. Whippet is now also wandering on her own. In fact, I would like to ask if it's possible that she and Jade Dragon have been wandering the earth for the past couple of weeks at least, if not longer.
I'd say that's intensely appropriate.
Cool. She's a trained normal. She just has a whip, not even a high-tech whip, just a regular whip she does whip tricks with, and that's basically her deal.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So let's see, how you said she was like junior in high school or something?
Yeah, let's call it. I don't know, 17. That could still be junior age, right?
Yeah.
Or junior age. Not junior high school, but junior in high school.
Yeah, Tavius is in his 20s, but I'm sure it's fine.
Sure. Yeah, he's only traveling across state lines with a minor. Nothing weird.
Well, we're kind of breaking the law. We live on that thin edge of the law anyway. So what's one more thing?
My little sister.
Exactly.
Batman was taking a 10-year-old out with him to fight crime, so
Mm-hmm.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Be fair, he legally owned that 10-year-old.
Clearly advantage to be a bad
boy.
All right, Zach, what is the boogeyman up to?
I'd say Boogeyman's. This is probably his one day off a week, so he's making the best of it. Just relaxing in his apartment, getting ready to cook up this one meal he's been saving up to buy all the ingredients for, and just praying nothing happens today.
Which is probably when he begins hearing explosions. But we'll get back to that.
Bro.
Anna, what is Legal Eagle in town for?
Well, being a civil rights attorney, she's probably meeting a client, interviewing, stuff.
Okay.
Like a middle-aged, probably like mid-30s woman. Kind of looks standard, brunette. Except she has wings.
So she can't conceal her wings anyway.
Nope.
Okay. That's kind of where I thought you were going. It's why I suggested that she probably doesn't live in Rhodes Ferry. Because he's trying
Yeah.
to superhero in Rhodes Ferry. Yeah, they're going to know who she is right away.
Excuse me, does that mean she has physical wings attached to her, not like a harness?
That's correct.
Nice.
I am assuming she is a mutant then.
Yep.
Alrighty then. We will, let's see. We will start at the bus station. Does Jade Dragon have a car? Does he just walk around? Is he taking the buses?
He was hitchhiking, which is something people used to do before Uber.
And serial killer movies. That probably cut down some.
I'm sure it was fine. It was fine. I probably should have a car or something. No, probably a motorcycle would be less creepy since Whippet's with him. Or maybe not. I don't.
That might be more creepy if I'm hanging on to it.
Yeah, but then
But
there's
again,
a
there's
car.
nothing. I mean, I'm fine with a motorcycle.
You could have one of those sidecars.
Oh yeah, that's even better. A motorcycle with a sidecar.
All right.
Yeah.
We have odd definitions of better in this situation. All right.
Alright, so you two are pulling into town. You are driving past basically the main bus station. Dragon is driving, so he may not notice this. Whippet's looking around. She probably notices this huge guy walking around the parking lot, like he's looking for a bus. With his hair done up, moosed up into a sharp point almost.
What kind of reputation does Landshark have? Would I have heard?
That's a good
If
question.
you know who he is, like I said, he would just be sort of it's kind of a nut job that gets passed around to various super teams to keep him out of trouble.
I would suspect I may have heard of him then. Yeah, coming from a family of supers.
Given your background, let's see. Do you have probably be an intelligence roll? Do you have any skills that might factor into that?
Not skills. Just there's a quality, but I'm not willing to spend determination on that at this time. So should I just go ahead and make an intellect roll?
Yeah, give us an intellect roll.
All right. I've generated a. Wait. Oh. I rolled a 1d6 plus 4. That's right.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to roll.
Oh, okay. It is 1d6, not 2d6. Oh, in that case, I rolled.
I have to roll a d6 for the difficulty.
Okay.
And Landshark's been on TV quite a bit, I'm assuming. At least if you keep up with Super's news. As he pops up on this team or that team or the other team or whatever happens that gets him kicked off of said team.
Yeah, maybe casually, because I don't see her being the type to just peruse super files in her spare time. She's not that driven.
No, you just see a guy with goofy hair.
Okay, fair enough.
He's a big guy, though.
Nice dude.
All right. Landshark, you know you left a bus right here.
Right here.
Everybody's supposed to be taking a bathroom break, you thought. As you're standing there, looking around, and Whippet would see this too. One of the buses suddenly just starts tilting.
Ooh.
Like the back end is sinking into the ground. Landshark, you're close enough to see that the ground is opening up under it.
Oh, really?
Whippet, at the angle you're at, You can't see the hole. You just see that bus start going.
Okay, I am going to run and see if I can pick up the bus to keep it from going into the hole.
Ready? What is your strength, Land Shark?
Strength, let me double check, it should be 8. Yes, it is.
Well, I was gonna pull his stats up, and I can't find him. I know he's on this list somewhere. Oh, you've done a picture up for him. I'll have to break a token out of that at some point. Alright. But yes.
The fin's wrong, but that's okay.
Beg pardon?
The fin's wrong, but that's okay.
Yeah. I'm not great with photo editing, but I might try to turn it into hair. I don't know. Any which way, you've got an 8 that is more than enough strength to pick up a bus.
Assuming I can get to the bus in time to...
Give me a coordination roll. Yes, just as the back end, as it gets up enough that it really starts to slip, the whole bus starts to slip in with some speed. You manage to run up and sink your hands, into the undercarriage. It jerks to a halt. You hear somebody screaming inside the bus. You only hear one voice, so apparently it wasn't a full bus.
Male or female? Can I tell?
It sounds like a man. The scream's a little high
I didn't do it. Yeah, right. Sorry, sir, I didn't do it, I promise.
You're not sure if he can hear you from, inside the bus. But anyway, you hoist it out of the hole with no trouble. Whip it. You see the guy with weird hair pick up a bus.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and tap Jade Dragon on the shoulder if he hasn't heard the commotion yet over the motorcycle noise.
Yes.
Point him in the direction and say, "We've got a thing."
I see it! And I gun the motorcycle to the general area of the bus sink.
All right. When you glance over, when Whippet slaps you on the arm and you look over, all you see is the guy with the bus hoisted up. And then you see him start setting it down. As you pull up closer, you can see the expanding hole in the ground. And then things begin crawling out of it. Or perhaps crawling isn't quite right. They just sort of pop out, landing in the surrounding, on the surrounding asphalt. And now we will cut back to Das Boogeyman. Listen, what was it you said you were doing, sitting in your apartment? Getting ready to do what?
Getting ready to cook up a meal.
Alright.
He's making bacon pancakes.
Bacon in pancake.
Yeah, you
Yes,
take some bacon and you stick it in a pancake. That's what it's gonna make. It's bacon pancake.
I don't think he's an Adventure Time fan. You have just...
Was that a woo for Adventure Time or a sneeze?
Oh no, that was a cough.
Oh, a cough. Okay.
So yes, you're sitting there mixing up your pancake batter, I guess. And just pouring it in. When you hear a muffled explosion. Sounds like it's probably a couple blocks away. Thus, in your neighborhood.
Joe turns off the stove, puts the pan to the side, sets a lid on top of it, just starts tossing on his Kevlar jacket, puts on his helmet, makes sure all his various chemicals are all in their appropriate pouches in his belt, grabs his bat, and crawls out his bedroom window, running down the fire.
Alright. You quickly make it over, a couple blocks over, and it's pandemonium. You pass people running away from you, screaming. A couple of folks that recognize you point you at the direction. They tell you there's monsters, which is not the usual sort of thing you deal with. You know, you fight the gangs and whatnot locally, but
Thank
still,
you.
it's people in trouble.
Pancakes right now. This is bullshit.
Anna, you have been meeting with a client's family. They don't live in the better part of town. Basically, their son is high school age. He was picked up for fighting. The fact that he's a mutant seems to be causing them to tack all sorts of extra charges on. They're overcharging. You know, they're trying to get him for, aggravated assault when, there was busted lips was all, a busted lip, a black eye was really all that came out of this fight.
So standard fare.
Truthfully, yeah. It's the sort of case you handle fairly often. The Rhodes Ferry Police Department kind of has a reputation for this sort of thing. They have never been fond of superpowers, period. You too hear an explosion. But it's close enough to you that it doesn't sound the least bit muffled. In fact, some of the windows in the room you're in, you're standing in their living room talking to them. And the window actually shatters from it.
Holy crap, is that normal around here?
No wonder they don't like mutants.
This is a bad neighborhood, you never know.
They're like, no, I mean, the man and woman both just kind of duck behind their couch. No, I mean, we get the occasional gunshot in the night or something, but normal stuff. But
She shoves all her stuff in a briefcase and locks it and asks them to take care of it and get it someplace safe. I'm gonna go outside and check it out.
Are you sure that's safe?
Nah, probably not.
Now, is it publicly known that you are legal?
Yep.
Okay.
She uses her superhero persona to advertise her firm.
What? Hold up. Wait. Oh, calm down there.
That is super awesome.
What did you just say? What did you just steal bold-face from Original Unison?
What? I didn't even think of that. I'm so sorry.
I used my superhero to advertise my legal firm. What are you doing?
Holy crap, I didn't even realize he was a lawyer. Zach, why didn't you tell me?
Well, he's a private detective that still, but for some reason, acts as Unison's legal representative.
Yeah.
damn it.
Yeah,
I do
was thinking more
I do
like-
legal work and also private eye work.
Look,
That was the whole character.
thinking it
Look.
was more like Harvey. Your character was more like Harvey Bird. I wasn't even really thinking about Unison. What if Harvey Birdman was still a superhero?
Yeah, I mean that's basically while I was coming up the character, I literally put Lady Birdman. I'm so
Alright.
sorry.
Oh, I mean, I'm not insulted. I just found it hilarious.
I'm just picturing Unison with billboards, and then all of a sudden Legal Eagle starts putting up billboards.
Right next to his.
Are you a superhero that's been hassled by the law? Call our offices at 1-800. Legal Eagle.
So anyway, I guess you launch yourself out the window then.
I mean, I would go out the door. Unless it's an apartment, then I would probably go out the window.
Yeah, you're on like the third story of an apartment building.
I can't help thinking about that Robert Redford and Deborah Winger movie.
Oh, Legal Eagles, sure.
I don't think I ever saw that one.
It's very old.
Yeah, it's from the 80s.
Alright. So you launch yourself out the window, you take to the air. You see a little billow of smoke. Like it just, just around the corner. I mean, it's like there are buildings, close to the corner of this block and just right around the corner on that street. As you zip over, there's a car on fire. It's clearly what exploded. And you see these things, these like malformed. You hope they're not people, but they're kind of driving the citizens before them. Some of them are firing energy blasts, of fire or just looks like kinetic force or something. And then some of them are, physically taking citizens and throwing them, hitting them. Some of these things have claws. It's a bad scene.
I guess. Shit. Do you think I'm strong enough to swoop down and pick someone up and without, hitting the ground or being dragged down?
Let's see, where is Legal Eagle?
Strength is 5, but my flight is 6, if that makes a difference.
That's pretty darn fast.
5 strength is probably enough to pick up a person.
5 strength is pretty strong. You're not quite completely peak human, but you're definitely on the strong side.
Like, you could princess carry a 250-pound person.
I'm going to try to get the people in immediate danger away without, confronting right away. Because, she's vastly outnumbered right now, right?
Yeah, there's at least half a dozen of these guys here.
Yeah, no, she's not setting foot on the ground or getting within range. But she is going to try to get people to safety.
Okay. Let's see, who have I not got into? Great Dragon, Land Shark. Oh, yes, Muckboot.
Howdy.
You have walked into the Bass Pro Shop. You're looking at all
Their
these
weird pyramid building.
You're looking at all these weird, newfangled devices. There's not a cane pole in sight. You don't know what kind of fishing place this is. They've got clothes. It's just ridiculous. You don't know what people have gotten into while you've been gone.
I think they have home decor too. It's been a while since I've been into one, but the big Bass Pro Shops are insane.
They got a lot of stuff that ain't about fishing.
And you find that disgraceful.
If you're gonna be called a Bass Pro Shop, you need to be professionals about bass. Bass don't live on couches.
You're explaining this to an employee, and he's just giving you this stare. Like he wants to ask you, who turned the rock over? He's like, sir, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I don't actually fish, but, and then there was a rumbling. The entire building sort of shakes slightly. And a little ways off where they've got an actual, bass boat on display. From where you're standing, you see the bass boat kind of go whoosh. You see some of the shelving start falling over. People from further in the store start screaming and kind of running, for the various exits. Somebody says something about the floor collapsing.
Well, I guess the good Lord does work in mysterious ways. Thank you. Hope nobody gets hurt.
The worker looks at you, and over there with what's happening, and back to you, and then he just kind of shakes his head and runs for the door.
Well, I suppose in an earthquake it's best not to be inside a building, so I'll head on out.
Yeah, so you stroll on out where everybody else is running in a panic. You're just kind of...
I've had bigger shit fall on me.
You start hearing... It sounds kind of like a lot of people behind you all of a sudden. You didn't think there were that many people in the store.
Well, I'll turn around and give a good old look.
And you see these creatures. You've seen a lot of weird stuff in your day. And this may not be the weirdest thing you've seen. But it just seems out of place here.
Does it look like anything I've met before?
No, you don't recognize it as any particular race. In fact, none of them really completely match one another. They're misshapen, some of them are hunched over, their limbs are different lengths. You see one that seems to be producing light from his hand that is trying to peg some of their customers as they run away.
Oh, well then I guess it's time for me to pull out old reliable. I'll go ahead and pull out my rifle and fire at him.
All right, give me a coordination roll.
Oh yeah, I need to set up this gunshot real quick. I forgot because it's got some modifiers to it.
All right.
There we go. Boom, gun shooting.
Gun shooting.
This is the one thing he's good at.
Quite quickly.
It'll hit whatever the thing you hit at with a rank power of 6.
Alright. This one does not have any damage reduction.
Oh no. That's gonna be a major success, ain't it?
Yeah, you beat it by like 6, so yeah.
I'm shooting with a gun. That may kill it.
It might be a killing effect.
I mean, granted, it's trying to shoot people, and I shot it first. I don't really feel that bad, but
Yeah.
but I didn't specify it as a blast. I specified it as the gunfire. So
Yeah. That
Well,
does.
it was trashing, Bass Pro Shop, so you might feel at least a little bad.
I mean, you make fun of a man for opening a dumb store. You don't burn the store down for it being a dumb store. An act of God takes it out as an act of God. Now I just found out it's some petty criminals. Now it's just some jerks.
Your shot takes him, center mass, lifts him up off the ground. He hits the ground and doesn't move. But you have drawn the attention of some of the other, because you see there's more of them back in the aisles, or you see them like above the clothes racks and stuff. So you seem to have drawn their attention. They're not paying nearly as much attention to the people running away now.
You boys may want to go back on home.
One of them begins screaming at you, but you ain't ever heard that language before.
Joyful.
And Muckboot does not have any sort of translation thing, does he?
No, he knows a couple handfuls of alien languages. But yeah, most of the tools he would use to translate them is back on the ship because, didn't think he'd need to wear them on Earth.
Like, I just wasn't remember what his powers were. I can't remember if you'd given him a translation thing or not. Alright. So let's cut back to the bus station. Land Shark. You've set the bus down. You step over to the door. The driver comes spilling out the door. The ground, it just opened up.
I didn't do it.
What?
I didn't open up the ground.
No, man, no, you saved me. And then he
That's
looks
straight.
past you at something, and you just see his face get pale.
That's who he's looking at.
As your turn, the driver takes off. Like I've described before, you see these misshapen humanoids kind of popping out of the holes, landing, straightening up. They look around like they're not, like they're getting the lay of the land. And then some begin marching off towards the bus station. Couple of them head in your direction.
I'm gonna walk towards them, and I'll holler at them. Hey, what'd you do with my bus? I gotta get to Manford.
One of them looks at the other one and says some puzzled-sounding gibberish. The other one shrugs his misshapen shoulders and charges at you with large claws out.
All right.
As this is happening, you see two people on a motorcycle pulling up.
Okay. As the muck people charge me, I'll just get ready to block.
Okay. Go ahead and let him take his swing then. Alright, so you can roll me a coordination or a prowess rather, to try to dodge it, or are you just going to take the block action?
I'll block.
Let's see.
I still roll on my prowess.
Let me look up block. Interpose, exhaustion, evading, dodge, rush, search, throw, wrestling. Hey, what do you know? They're in alphabetical order. Alright. Bracing for an attack, resisting with sheer strength. Blocking is normally only effective against bashing and blasting. Yeah, and rushing attacks. Takes your action to do so. You use strength as your reaction. In this case, it'd probably be a bad idea because he's coming at you with blades. Where you could tense up and take a punch. Claws are still going to cut you.
He's got a pretty good damage resistance. He's not going to be. They might cut him, but he's not going to think they would.
Alright, then roll your...
Basically, what I'm hoping to do is, grab him as he attacks and then throw him or something.
Well, block, let's see. Well, block takes your action.
Oh, okay.
It's not just a reaction. The trick is you decide to block, though. You can use your strength to block anything until your next turn.
Yeah, well, I'll dodge then.
Okay. That'll be prowess then, because it's a close combat attack. Oops, I got character sheets out. Was covered up my viewer. Okay. You kind of square up with him, and yeah, when he takes you kind of shuffle back as he takes a swing. Going to retaliate?
Yes, I am. I'm going to punch him. Wait a second. Why did that come out as a 5?
I don't know. Did you hit the,
I might have still put it in a space where I shouldn't have. Oh, wow, another 11. He's doing good.
Yes. Now, on the character sheet, you can click the little dice next to his stats to roll them.
Oh, really?
Yep. Down in the roll builder, you can build miscellaneous rolls, but for just straight, the straight attribute rolls, yeah, the little dice icon next to him, you click that and it rolls. It adds the attribute to it. But you got an 11 to... Oh, that's right, he's got to roll his prowess to dodge. Wow, it's like the exact same rolls, just reversed. So yeah, so you pull back out of the way of his slash. Then you just come down on him. Side of the head. Good solid thwack. He hits the ground and slides back and falls into the hole.
I said, where's my boss?
His buddy that was watching the charge is just like... And started screaming at some of the other creatures that had wandered off towards the bus stop. Or towards the main station. Some of them kind of stop and look back. Jade Dragon and Whippet. You have just seen this transpire.
Well, is Jade going to just stop the motorcycle and drop me off, or are you going to do some like crazy motorcycle stunts? Or
Yeah, we're gonna do that kind of thing where we the motorcycle stops and the camera zooms in on the J Dragon, and he whips off his helmet because of course he's wearing a helmet. He's a millennial, and he says,
He's wearing a helmet because that's illegal not to.
we really
That's
should all be
the
wearing
law.
helmets. We're in regular combat, but
"Oh, I live in South Carolina. There's no helmets laws." Anyway, so he whips off his helmet and he says, "Let's do this." Okay, so yeah, I totally blanked there for a second, guys. Sorry. So he leaps off the bike, and what is the current situation? I was
Okay.
so Landshark has done some damage to the creepy crawlies.
He had set the bus down. There were two of them kind of facing him. One of them charged him with claws. You saw him duck out of the way of a shot, and then he punched the thing in the side of the head. It flew back, hit the ground, and slid and fell back into the hole.
Oh, okay, great. So the bus is safe.
Yes. You've seen the driver get off the bus, and he is currently running away.
Excellent. And so there's just one of these things left?
Right there where you're at, yes. There was a few more that had started walking towards the bus station.
Got it. Okay, right. So what I'm going to do is instead of peeling off towards the bus, we're gonna stop. If possible, we would like to stop between the creepy crawlies and the bus station.
Okay, that's doable.
Does Does that work? Okay, great. And then Jade Dragon leaps off, and like in the greatest of kung fu movies, he kind of gets off his bike and whips off his helmet, and he assumes a fighting stance with dust flying off him because he's been on the road, he's dusty.
Yeah.
And he says, "Let's see how these mutants fare against the power of the Jade Dragon."
So Jade Dragon has a thing about mutants. Interesting.
Oh, I knew you were going to get me on that word. I knew you were gonna get me on that word. It's not what I meant. I meant monsters. I didn't mean mutants. Not, okay. Sorry, guys.
They're just
Anyway,
synonyms to me.
Yeah, all right. Anyway, so I'm going to go for, he's going to leap and attack. So I'm going to use my strike power, which is derived from prowess. I also have martial arts master, so I'll apply that to my roll. So here it goes.
Wow, us with your sweet kung fu moves.
I'm going to say, tell me that the camera work is jerky like an old kung fu movie.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that he's speaking English, there's still a pause between what his lips move and what he says.
Okay, that's a 10.
And they rolled a 5, so that's a massive success.
All right, so that's based off my strike power, which is a rank 7.
So you leap off your bike. The nearest one turns towards you. Up this close. Yeah, you think this thing may have been human at one time. There's just enough of a human face, at least on one side of its face. So you don't know what was done.
Interesting.
What was done. But anyway.
Well, whatever's done to it, I'm going to apply my Dragon Claw Strike to the side of its once human thing.
You're going to swell that human side of his face up so it matches the other one. But you jump down, you deliver a series of blows. And it goes flying back into its buddies, or falling back into its buddies.
Excellent.
Despite what this one looked like, striking it didn't seem any tougher than a normal person.
Oh, fascinating. Okay, so my fist doesn't hurt that much.
Whippet, what are you doing?
All right. Is there any way I could take advantage of the momentum from leaping off of the motorcycle? I'm not sure if this is really applicable, but my ultimate plan is to try to kind of like wrap my whip around one of the attackers and fling it back into the hole. So perhaps I would need to use my whip strike to bind it first.
Alright. Using the binding requires a coordination. You're also trying to flip the thing, which would be strength. When you're trying to do an action that would involve 2 die rolls like this, what you do is you roll the lower of whatever the 2 things would be. I'm guessing that your strength is lower.
Yeah. Maybe I should just do the binding this round, and then maybe next round try to fling it in.
Well, you wouldn't have the momentum next round. What I was going to do for the momentum is basically give you a quality that you could tap, for free. So basically, I'd give you a +2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's see how that works.
And what is Whippet's specialties?
She's an expert in whips.
Okay, that would still apply to this as well.
Awesome.
Because you're using your whip to do it.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and give that a try, even though I'd be rolling off my average strength. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, but it's strength plus your whip, skill, +2 for the momentum.
All right, I think that's a decent enough chance. So I'll just let's see. I'll just generate a strength total, then add 4 afterwards. Or
Okay.
let me just manually. I'll take this in manually if I remember how to do this. So it's roll. No, it's a slash roll.
I don't know. I always bring up the little menu to do it.
Oh, I did it. I generated a 7 total.
All right, and he will resist with his strength. Well, he resists with his strength or his coordination. He's gonna go with his strength.
Oh, okay. These things are solid.
I mean, it has the same strength you do.
He just rolled one better on the dice.
Okay.
Oh, did you put your +2 in there, Michael?
Yeah, because there's +2 for the whip ability and then +2 for the momentum. So unfortunately, that's the full. Yeah, oh wait, I didn't add my. Wait, I didn't add my actual strength. I just rolled D6 + 4.
Okay. I was like, I see what I thought was your strength. I thought 4 was your strength, so I was like, oh, okay. Where's the +2 at? But okay.
Right. So
All right.
that should be 10 total.
10 total. In that case, you beat him. You get a good solid success.
Great.
So yeah, we all had driven around and got in between them, came screeching to a stop. You go flying out of the sidecar. Using the whip, you catch it while you're still in the air, and as you land, you use that momentum to heave it up and back over into the hole.
Sweet.
The 3 remaining creatures seem pretty startled by how quickly they've been cut in half. Their team has been cut in half. Rather than charge you, they're starting to kind of form up around each other. One of them is carrying a large bladed weapon. Of the other 2, one opens his mouth and a gout of flame flies out towards the dragon. So give me a coordination roll, Jade Dragon, to avoid defy.
Coordination is 6.
Okay. If you have any specialties that would add into your dodge, you can use that as well.
I have athletics expert. So I'll roll.
Let's see. What does athletics let you do? Alrighty. You definitely hit. Is anybody else hearing an echo?
Yeah.
I'm hearing it too.
All right, can I get a room tone real quick? And Jason, say a few words.
Alright. What do you need me to say?
All right, while you are talking by yourself with no other noises, there's no echo. So it's while someone's moving something or adjusting something and you're speaking, they're hearing it while also making enough noise to pick up the sound as it's going out.
Okay. I mean, it's not a big deal. But...
Yeah, it's something we can adjust later.
Well, where did the specialties go?
Interesting.
Alright. Athletics. Okay, it does include dodging. Alright. Dodging but not parrying. That's what it is. Alright.
Super sweet.
So yeah, you get out of the way, no problem. The other one takes a shot at Whippet. It raises its hands and is firing some kind of energy you don't necessarily recognize right off the top of your head. But you figure it ain't something you want to get hit by.
All right, and I'll dodge with coordination.
Correct.
All right.
Oh, yeah. I do believe these guys may be out of their league. All right. Boogeyman.
Yes, sir.
You're arriving on the scene. You see a car on fire. You see these things attacking people. You see a woman with wings that is like swooping down and grabbing people. And then, it's like swoop down, grab, and then up over the building, presumably to the other side. Lots of screaming. What do you do?
I'd say he's probably going to try and whip up a very quick smoke screen from what he's got in his belt. Just trying to mix together a few. Basically, just trying to make a quick little. I'm sorry, I'm out of it.
No problem.
I'm gonna try and make an expanding foam to try and lock down some of the monsters.
Okay. So basically binding would be mechanically what you're doing. And that is the gadget power.
Yes.
I've got this big long list of characters that I realize now I should really have organized better. There's Boogeyman.
Well, to be fair, you couldn't have done a lot of organization yet. There aren't many teams.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, gadget's 5, so you can. All right, so that takes an action to do. So that's your round. There's no roll, I don't think, to make it work. But Legal.
Yes.
You have gotten several people out of the way, but you're worried this may not be the most efficient way to do it, because you're grabbing one here and one there.
Yeah, I mean, surely by the time I've done that, the rest of them have managed to run away.
Oh yeah, they're definitely running away, but they're being pursued by these things.
Then I'm going to start shooting at the ones closest to grabbing someone.
Okay.
I'm a lawyer with a gun.
Alien tech gun.
Is that legal?
For an eagle.
Oh, you beat me to it. Oh, man, it was right there.
That quote could be a quality right there.
Now, I don't see the device limit on it. Is it actually a device, or is it just an inbuilt power? Do you have like an eagle scream or something?
Well, I had that, kind of was using that as trying to rationalize blast.
Well, if it's a sonic blast, you could scream like an eagle. I mean, having a device is fine too. Hawkman did fly
That
around
would
the
make her a
base.
screaming legal.
Well, see, what I was aiming for, how Birdman had that gauntlet? That's kind of what I was thinking of.
I thought it was Space Ghost that had the gauntlets.
He did too.
Was it the gauntlets that gave him his power?
Yeah.
Okay.
Blaster gauntlet.
I thought he
I
just
think-
absorbed sunlight and did
He
it.
had a blast. I can't remember if it was a gauntlet, but he definitely had a blast.
He had the little arm bands, but I thought that was his
This
costume pieces.
sunlight thing, didn't he?
Yeah, he absorbed sunlight and shot light, did light shields and that kind of stuff.
Well, I was, I had forgotten about that. So, but yeah, it was going to be like a wrist-based kind of blasty thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
What? A wrist-based blast technique? Where have I seen that before?
I'm going to start muting you.
Stop!
And I thought
What's
yours were
next?
guns.
Do you make...
No.
God damn it, Zach! You're supposed to keep me from doing this.
Okay.
I can create like 5 other sharks, right?
Yeah, but like that's just one ability that
Okay,
is
How
something
about
but
how about this?
What are you gonna call in the rest of your...
You inspired Miss Haley Hawk to become a superhero. Before she was just a lawyer with wings.
I'm not like angry at you. I just found it funny.
I really didn't try to rip off a character.
Next
It's cool,
session,
dog.
Unison sues Legal.
Yes.
Anyway, take your shot.
Okay. What do I add to that? Because I haven't set up my rolling doodad things.
It'd be your coordination, and then do you have a specialty for using your powers or guns or anything like that?
Just aerial combat, so no.
Okay. In that case, just your coordination.
Okay. And as is tradition, I've rolled a 1.
So did I, though, so it works out for you.
In this game, rolling a 1 does not hurt nearly as bad.
I think I would swap out dice.
I've tried to talk him into it. Or mostly just whine and complain every time I roll bad.
But we all roll
Really?
bad regularly, so you know. She had a real bad run at the beginning of first season, but anyway. So legal, you know, you dropped somebody off, you came back, you realize, you know, this isn't working as long as you leave these guys running around. So you come up behind one that was about to grab somebody, and you just catch him in the back of the head, and it's like you pole-axed him. He just kind of goes thump. And you realize, I don't think these guys are any tougher than normal people.
Neat.
The citizen runs away, you know, screaming thank you over their shoulder. Let's see.
So I'm assuming I shot at the head of the herd, right? So I'm like now either hovering right in front of him or I've landed.
Yeah, either one, whichever you'd rather do.
I'm going to hover. I was thinking about landing and making an awesome pose with wings, but that didn't sound very logical.
But it does sound like a very unison thing to do. If you want to keep that going.
Maybe next time.
What do you mean? Unison is all about logic. He made
Okay,
the
then
single
he-
most logical choice.
That's not
My
fair. You can't
identity secrets
copyright
all the
logic.
Power Rangers.
And there's no reason you can't strike a pose in the air, you know.
She'll fall.
You know, you hold your hand up and it's like you reload your wristband or something.
Sure.
But it was. Oh, yes. Boogeyman, you of course see all this go down. Land Shark. You've knocked one guy out. You see, and you know, so you're turned around when you're looking across the hole, and you see this motorbike pull up, and this dude gets out and just rains, blows down on one and drops it, while at the same time, the looks like a teenager in the sidecar goes flying out. At first, you think she was thrown out by the sudden stop, but while in the air, she comes out with a whip, catches one of them, kind of spins him around, and arcs him back into the hole. You have to fight the urge to sit there and just clap.
Yeah, 'cause he would think that was super cool. So, is there a group of them together out of the hole, or did that group get dispersed?
All right, there is.
Because at one point they were kind of bunched together.
There is one guy in front of you because two of them came out of the hole and started coming towards you. You took one of them out. One of them is still standing there. It doesn't seem to want to get any closer to you. There was another group of 5. They were heading towards the bus station. And you just watched Jade Dragon and Whippet take 2 of them out. And the other 3 have bunched up together, with 2 of them basically shooting fire and light at Dragon and Whippet, while the other one with a sword is taking kind of a defensive position in front of his buddies.
Okay. I think. God, I hate to have him do something semi-smart, but he may ignore the guy that's directly in front of him. I'm grounded, so I think I'm going to use my trimmer to try to knock the group that's together, the three, off their feet to make them easier prey for the others.
Okay. So you're trying to put a condition on them.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
When he uses his earth powers, he'll like have ink fills his eyes and makes him look like shark eyes.
Alright, where is Land Shark? Oh, that's right. You had his real name out in front.
Yeah, sorry. I figured land shark, that's just a term that anyone can use.
Alright, let's see here. What have you got? Earth Control, Binding, Grounded, Burrowing, 3. Now, you've got, let's see, max only, so you have to use your full...
Yeah, they've all got conditions on them.
Uncontrolled. Though uncontrolled doesn't mean you can't use it. It just means every now and then it may go off.
It just means that the game master can decide that he's going to cause an earthquake.
And that's basically me causing trouble for you. So you get a, if I decide to do that, you get a determination point for it.
Actually, I wouldn't, because it's a disadvantage. So you can
oh, that's right. That's right. That wouldn't be.
It's a limit for you kids at home.
That's right. Okay, but yes, that definitely sounds like something you could do with your power. So you're trying to make a localized.
Just a trimmer. It's
just under them.
to knock them off.
All right, so give me a roll on your power versus their coordination to try to keep their balance. Sweet Mammy Jammy. Okay, so that's
Haha.
okay. So Whippet, you're looking across the hole. You just throw a guy in the hole, so you're looking that direction. As the big guy across the way, do you hold your hand up in the direction? Do you?
Oh, yeah, I guess he might, or he might touch the ground or something.
Okay.
But he has to be grounded.
You see the big
He's
guy
slapping the
look
face.
over, either at you or past you to the critters. He reaches down, he touches the ground while still looking. You see even at that distance, you can see his eyes just turn completely black. And then you feel just a slight tremor in the earth. While the oh yeah, I need to roll for each of them, don't I? Because there's 3 of them. Yeah.
I don't remember what kind of area effect. I'm assuming he can do it locally only to affect the 3, but it's possible that might get with it. I don't know.
Let's see. Trimmer. Grounded. You rolled good. We won't worry about it. But you feel that slight tremor. Dragon, you see the guy, you see the 3, you feel the slight tremor, and you see the 3 clearly knocked off balance by it. With the roll he made, you can tap the off balance 3 times.
Nice. Word up.
Or I should say you can tap it 3 times for free.
I'll be right back, guys.
Alright. So, J Dragon and Whippet.
Jay, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and for I'm gonna use one of my taps of the unbalanced trait and do a sort of flying roundhouse kick into one of the guy's skulls.
Alrighty. Let's see, a 5 versus 15. Yeah. You feel a resounding crack. And the fire-breathing guy, the light in his back of his throat goes out as he falls to the ground. He makes a little coughing noise as he hits. There's a little puff of smoke.
Your fire breath is no match for the Jade Dragon.
Whip it.
All right, I'm going to give a thumbs up. I'm going to give a thumbs up and say thanks for the shake-up, Mohawk. Since I don't know that's real name. And can I get close enough to the unbalanced trio to take advantage and try to whip one of them
Absolutely.
back into the hole? Awesome. So I'll go ahead and I'll roll up. Just do a straight strength total, and then I'll go ahead and tap unbalanced once for the roll. So roll D1d6, and remember to add the strength this time. 3, 4, 5 plus the whip. 6, 7 for the unbalanced.
Okay.
And generated an 8. Ooh, all right.
They got a 7, which means you beat them.
So
yeah, you catch this one around an ankle and just sort of drag him around. It's a little more effort this time.
Sure.
Because you don't have that momentum. But, you are pretty strong. Normal person strong, but still pretty strong. And you were smart enough to do it to the smallest one.
Yes.
Which happened to be the light casting one.
Right on.
So he goes tumbling back into the hole. Muck boot.
Howdy.
You realize you're currently outnumbered 4-1. But from what you've seen, these guys can't half shoot.
Well, sounds like it's gonna be, as one of them new movies I saw, a shootout. I'll do my best, Jonathan Wayne, and see what I can do. Can't believe that boy shortened his name halfway. Ridiculous. Parents gave you a full name, use it. Anyway,
Just call him dude.
I'll start moving, taking cover, and taking a few shots at whichever one I see looking the strongest.
Ready?
Gotta take out the toughest while you the toughest.
There's one that's a little bigger than the rest of them. He's holding this. It's kind of a hammer, but it's like got sharpened spikes on either end. It's a vicious looking weapon, but you don't figure it's the right thing to bring to a gunfight.
So it's a mace?
Well, it's squared off like a hammer. But yeah, it would probably be some kind of mace or... I don't know. I was trying to decide if Muck Boot would know what a mace was.
Yeah. Muckboot would know what a mace is.
He's educated.
There's people that would still be using a mace when I left.
I didn't think you were quite that old.
I mean, it's like there would still be like ceremonial armors and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, he could
Like-
easily have heard of, the whole knights and armor and stuff. He could
Like
easily have
he's
read
only
something.
like it's only like 100 years removed from when some people used to swing those.
Listen,
Alright,
I don't know
alright.
what Muck Boot is about, but he is like my bar none favorite character ever.
I mean, I can explain Muckboot's origin for you again real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'd rather you didn't. Actually, it's kind of better without it.
He wants to
Alright.
slowly piece the puzzle together himself.
Yeah, man.
Alright. Well, Muckboot will go ahead and... I mean, they're bringing weapons in here. They're obviously here to kill people.
Yeah, you've seen them, and you've seen some of them. The ones that are firing energy, fire, whatever. They seem to be producing it from their bodies.
Yeah.
Which,
And this ain't within the intergalactic rules of hunting, so I'm gonna kill 'em. So I'll line up and take another shot at the big old boy.
Okay.
I did gun shooting.
He drops. And you've got. Let's see. I said you were currently outnumbered 4-1. So you drop that one. So there's 3 of them. The other 3 all take shots at you. Because you have
Oh.
dropped 2 of them in rapid succession.
They have made a mistake. Giving up's gonna hit me faster than shooting at me.
All right. One of them takes a shot.
Coordination to dodge.
Yes. Coordination dodge.
Can't touch me.
This one is spitting acid at you, and yeah, it didn't come close to you.
Can't touch me.
Let's see. There we go. And the last one takes a shot.
Yeah. Yeah, now, boy. Y'all need to take some lessons before you start shooting at old Muckboot.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because you dodge with the same stat that you shoot with. Oh yeah. That's...
Muckboot is a man that knows how to shoot things. And because he knows how to shoot things, he knows how to not get shot by things. The only threat is the threat that punches him.
Because that's just not the way he fights. Though with a prowess of 5, you'd
He's
you'd
a hunter.
You'd handle yourself in like a barroom brawl pretty good with normal folk.
Yeah. His stats are pretty good.
Yeah, actually, they are.
It's
pretty
just like, it's just the. Oh wait, did you say device is a limit? Did someone say
that may have come out of my mouth. Device does not count as a limit. I merely meant when I
Okay.
was looking at Legal Eagle that she did not have device listed behind the blast.
Okay.
I say that to my wife all the time. That may have come out of my mouth, but
So I was like, I need to adjust some numbers if device is a limit.
No, it is not. All right, let's see. What was I going to do? Where were we at?
Oh yeah, my rifle's starting to look a little more weird, by the way.
Does it change more as you fire it?
Well, once I fired it, it had to adjust to fire.
Oh, okay.
It looks the way it looks as to not draw attention, and then when it needs to actually fire, it readjusts itself to its configurations.
Okay, gotcha. And each
Because
configuration
it has
will look a
multiple
little different.
configurations.
So the smoothbore rifle look is basically it in kind of rest mode.
Yeah. It can fire as a smoothbore rifle, but I ain't doing that. Not when it can shoot better.
All right. Let's see. Who is we not? Oh yes, Boogeyman Legal Eagle. Back to you. All right, Boogeyman, you have your expanding foam stuff.
All right, I'm gonna pitch it right into the mass of the invaders.
Okay. So is it a single target thing, or can you do areas with it?
I believe it's only going to be a single target.
Okay. And they resist that with coordination. So, all right. So I believe this one is partially bound. I'm trying to remember if that means he can't move, but can still act normally otherwise. Let's see, binding. Alright, that's a moderate success. So you achieve a partial hold. The target can perform actions, but at a -2 penalty and can't move from the spot. If you hit him again next round and get another moderate, it actually upgrades it to a major. So he is stuck to the ground and having trouble moving around, but he can still take actions. He just has a penalty. Alright, Legal. You're sitting there floating above him, and you see this glob of something go streaking under you. Hits one of them and seems to kind of halfway glue him to the spot.
Noted. Going to shoot one that's not stuck to the ground.
Alright. Alright, that one goes down. So that is 2. So yeah, there's 3 more in your area. The one that's bound is going to take a shot at Boogeyman. You know, he saw where that stuff came from. Let's see. So take a shot, but at -2. Alright, give me a coordination roll there to dodge, Boogeyman. Yeah, without any trouble. The foam is, is clearly continuing to harden around him. He didn't get his hand up as far as he meant to. And let's see. See, I said there was 3 here, so that was one of them. The other 2 take a shot at Legal. Ooh. Alright, so one of them hits you. And that does 6 points of damage. And the other one. Yeah. You dodge out of one blast and just right into the other one, apparently. I noticed on your sheet for Legal Eagle, you've got your origin as gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
That's based on the random roll thing that the character generator thing that she used to get the power sets. We weren't really paying attention to the specific origin that it came up.
Okay.
I mean, I can change it to that she's. Well, I mean, I guess it's origin.
Does the character roller factor in the bonuses the origins give you?
It doesn't.
Did y'all put that in manually or?
What, the origin?
You don't get bonuses from origins if you're doing point buys, my understanding.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right. I completely blanked on the fact that we'd done point buy.
Yep.
I'm getting ready to run another Icons game for a little short thing on a Wednesdays for another group I game with, and we had just done we've done the session 0 character creation using the random rolls. That had that on my mind. Never mind. Completely unimportant in point buy. You're right. All right, illegal. Land shark. The one that's close to you is kind of slowly backing up. Like he don't know what to do in this situation. He came through all full of piss and vinegar, and now he's watched, you punched his biggest buddy out in one lick. These other two, unimpressive looking specimens have just shown up and decimated his buddies over there. You reached down and touched the ground and caused an earthquake. Yeah, he's looking a little bit.
Is he close enough that I can hit him?
Oh, absolutely. You might have, you can take a couple steps towards him.
Yeah. Okay. I'll be like, don't use your arts powers in the city, Bruce. Well, you guys brought this, and I'm not sure this town counts as a city. I will, but I'm actually not going to use earth powers on him. I'm just going to swing.
Swing for the fences.
Did I do it right? Did it go through?
A D6 plus 5, yes.
Yes.
So you got a total of 10. He got a total of a 7. So yeah, you catch him just right up under the rib cage. He arcs up. He almost makes it completely across the hole, and then hits the far edge and falls in.
But you do not mess with sharks. I'm gonna kind of flip my eyes. Did you say he goes back into the hole, or does he go across?
He went across and hit the other edge and then fell in.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of follow him down into the hole with my eyes.
He falls down
And
fairly close to the surface, though. It gets dark, and you see him fall down into that darkness.
I look down into the hole. It's like, and where's my boss?
You also see what looks like roots or vines or something kind of growing around the inside of the hole. That probably doesn't mean much to land shark, though. Jade Dragon and Whippet. There's one guy left.
All right, Whippet, why don't you take the honor?
Yeah, was there? You said there was one of these creatures still in the combat area.
Right, the one with the sword that was taking up the defensive position.
Oh, okay. In that case, what I'd like to do is actually, can I try to use a whip strike to actually either grab or at least knock the sword out of the creature's hand?
Yes, absolutely.
Cool. Should I just generate a whip attack total?
Yes.
Okay.
And he will.
And as I do that, I'd like to. I'll just say. All right. How about you tell us what you're trying to do here? As I generate a total of 9.
All right. He will resist that with strength as he tries to hang on to his blade. Yes, and he just manages to keep the sword in his hand.
All right. Does it respond, or does the being respond to my query?
You're not sure. He kind of he looks at you and he says something, but it's not anything resembling English.
Okay.
And you're not sure if it's responding to what you said or just kind of cursing at you in general. It's very angry speak.
Gotcha.
Jade Dragon.
Yeah. Well, this is how it goes, right? They're gonna have to take a little bit of the Jade Dragon action. Yeah, you come to the surface world to start some trouble. You get the Jade Dragon. All right. He's gonna do his Dragon Tail Sweep Kick, which is a lot like the rest of his attacks.
But it's martial arts,
they-
so you got to describe it.
Do they still have the off balance?
You have one more use of that.
Excellent. I'll use it. So what he's going to do, he's going to run up and do this just giant spinning kick on his unbalanced foe.
Okay.
For a roll of 13. Hiya.
Yep, you hi-ya, pretty good.
All right, so that's a strike of 7.
All right, he goes down.
Doom.
You know, where Whippet was kind of tugging on his sword, you know, you knock him out, and that sword goes arcing out up over her head.
Super sweet.
All right. Just to move things along a little bit. Because we're reaching. Let's see. All right. So I'm going to wrap up Muck Boot and Legal Eagle and Boogeyman's encounters kind of cinematically. Muck Boot, you keep kind of falling back and firing. You take them out pretty quickly. With the way you're rolling, or the way your coordination is, there's not much chance of them hitting you. Between the binding and Legal Eagle's blasts, the ones on the street don't last too long. You know, the police are mobilized. For once, when they show up, they're not giving the heroes any hard time. You know, each of you end up talking to an officer who tells you, you know, the entire city is under attack, that there's rumors of it happening in other parts of the country. You know, they don't know what it is. Some people are afraid that it's aliens again, but they're coming out of the ground, so some people are screaming mole people. They're not sure what's going on, really. As they're talking to you, though, something comes over their radios. It's a street address. They say some of these invaders seem to be gathering people up on the rooftops, or on a rooftop. And they have lost, you know, there were police on scene, but they've lost touch with them. The officers look around at the people they're dealing with, you know, because there's lots of injured. And they don't look happy about it, but they ask you for assistance.
No, keep in mind, I'm just a guy who knows kung fu.
Well, yeah,
as
okay.
far
Maybe,
as you know.
maybe you're a civilian. You should stay out of it then.
Are we all together now?
Landshark, you would have had a chance. You would have had a chance to talk to Jay Dragon and Whip at this point. Legal Eagle and Boogeyman would have had a chance to speak. Buck Boot's still on his own.
Buck Boot don't get to say hi to nobody.
But like I said,
There's
you
clearly
all have a similar conversation with the police, and then this comes over the radio.
This is so cool. I told them I didn't open the hole in the ground, and they believed me.
Well, for its worth, Whippet will happily assist however she can. And wondering if there's any recognition from her based on like who
Is she in costume?
You know what? I bet she wasn't. No, I don't think she would have taken the time to get into costume. She was just like, got the whip out and got into action. So that's a good point.
So she's just there as a civilian.
Yeah, but maybe at this point, by the time the police start showing up, she probably would at least, if she can't get her whole uniform on, she'd at least get the mask on, which I would guess in like whatever superhero kind of culture has risen in this world, it would be the equivalent of like the superhero badge, as it were.
Oh yeah. You'd have had time to duck into a restroom or into one of the buses and change. So.
Well, Landshark would at least put his vest on, and certainly his fin.
I thought he already had. Oh, does he wear a fin in addition to?
He wears a big brown fin. It comes up higher. It's not back like in the picture. It would be like obnoxious, more like rhinos.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Fin,
It's very subtle.
It's
a subtle brown shark fin.
Which
it's
is
subtle.
really funny because I always thought the fins was like the absolute worst superhero costume accessory ever, and then here I am with a character that wears one. But
Don't apologize, man. Landshark is the best.
because it totally fits him, and he's very proud of it. That would probably he would be more interested in the fin than he would the vest.
I've got to have my little dirt pope hat on.
Whippet, when you see him in the vest and wearing the shark fin, you realize you've seen him on TV before.
Oh, it's that guy. Oh, it's that guy. I kind of give that kind of.
Oh, it's you. Oh,
But with all due respect, he held himself very well. This fight would have been a lot tougher without him. So I'm not gonna. I think I might have learned a little lesson about Landshark, and I'm sure I'll unlearn that lesson the longer we adventure. For now, things are cool. We've got.
Yeah, well, his tremor definitely would have destroyed the street or whatever they were standing on.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Then I remember that we're kind of like still tripping over the rubble that may very well take like weeks and months to repair, but
well, it's not quite that bad.
It's wartime. So yeah, I'm not sure how Whippet could help. I suspect, like many of us, she's pretty combat focused. But if nothing else, there's always like rebel cleanup and morale and just general whatever to just another set of hands if nothing else.
Well, they're talking about going after this group here.
Okay. We're still talking about we're still cleaning up. Okay, so we're still in crisis mode. I got you.
Yeah.
Oops.
They've lost contact with the officers that roamed the scene. Last they heard, there was they were gathering some civilians on a rooftop.
I got
They
you.
don't know for what.
Yeah,
They don't figure it can be good.
Mm-hmm. Well, we definitely better get to that then. Yeah, I'd say absolutely. We help out and try to help out the police that we lost in contact with.
All right. So y'all load up on your motorcycle. Landshark, you've got a burrowing travel power, don't you?
I do. Of course, it's also burrowing. He's underground. He has to go speed of 3, which is about a car speed.
So you can keep up with the motorcycle pretty easy.
I could keep up with the motorcycle. There's a good chance he might just go the wrong direction, but he'll do his best.
Well, maybe if he keeps dipping his head above the ground to see the motorcycle.
Yeah, he might, how dolphins are when they're in the water, where they just pop up every once in a while to make sure he's still Going the right direction.
Some people don't think that fits your shark motif. But you've seen Shark Week. You have seen great whites come out of the water like that.
Everyone's a critic.
Legal Boogeyman, do you agree to help?
I mean, in for a dime, in for a dollar. Hey, legal. I like your yeah, by the way, they're pretty good. Could you give me a lift over there?
Sure. That's not weird. Sure.
Hey,
There's nothing weird about being asked to be carried. I had somebody at work last night to pick me up where I could reach the top shelf. He refused. Let's see. I think this is the map we need. Alright. This is the scene that you come up on. Mug Boot.
Howdy.
An officer offers to give you a ride. They don't know what to make of you. But you were taking out the last of the things that they pull up, so they see that you've got some kind of super tech.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, would you rather they not see that?
It happens. It happens. Life goes on.
Well, you were fighting them indoors, though, weren't you?
Yeah, inside
Okay.
that Bass amateur shop.
So yeah, they show up and you're walking out with the.
The smoothbore musket and 4 confirmed.
I just imagine you with them with ropes tied around their ankles. You're just dragging them out with your other hand. I don't know if Muck Boot's actually that strong.
He got strength of 4. He could probably drag 2. But slowly.
Oh, and we don't have
Maybe
icons for you
take
guys for
first
these
from the
characters.
body. I'm sure he has a Bowie knife or something. Take a finger. Maybe an ear?
Nah,
Seems
I mean,
like an ear necklace guy.
you
Oh my
hunt
god,
animals.
it's superheroes, folks. Superheroes.
You hunt animals. You don't hunt sentient beings that have malicious intent. You just kill them and move on with life.
Alright, Taylor, I'm going to give you this for Muck Boot, at least this time.
Wait, hold on. Give me what for Muck Boot?
This token.
Okay. I'm sure someday I'll be given control of it.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how to do that. Oh, right. That's the button. I was hitting the wrong one. Represents character Muck Boot.
Where are we dropping our tokens?
Alright, can you control Muck Boot now?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Put him next to one of the police cars. It doesn't really matter which one.
I thought I did earlier though. I dropped this.
Let's see, where did I put my police officers? Alright, there's a police officer. And then I need somebody bulky for Land Shark.
Oh, this is it.
We'll use this guy. He's got kind of spiky hair. Alright, you should be able to control him. Now, what does Whippet's mask look like?
I had an image, but the image is more appropriate for a higher level, higher character point count than what I've got, because the image I used to use had like a high tech helmet, but I think basically it would be like a black, kind of like a black black superhero uniform with kind of like neon blue highlights, and see, the illustration kind of had like had more like a high tech type of whip, but since I didn't have the character points for that, I use a more regular whip. But yeah, I guess I think the character also had like a fake blue ponytail thing. Although I might remove that because ponytails on superheroes always just seem like an invitation to have someone grab them, right?
On the other hand, if it's just part of the mask and designed to pop off,
That's true. It could be strictly for show. It could be something like that. But let's go with that kind of look in general. You could always just use an image of a whip if you wanted to keep it simple as far as my icon is concerned.
What colors are here?
Whatever you've got, because I haven't actually determined yet.
Okay. Yeah, this one's in a ponytail, so we'll throw her down.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. I will try to have tokens done for them based on your description at some point.
Right. And I keep forgetting to make up my own images.
Whip it. Yeah, like I said, usually I use either Champions Online or City of Heroes to do them. So, if you wanted to jump on there and do one. And then we need Jade Dragon. And he doesn't really wear a costume per se, does he?
Nope. He is who he is.
Let's see. Do I have a maskless?
I've got a token if you want it.
Oh, yeah, if you got a token, go ahead and throw that down.
All right, yeah, well, I don't have it in Roll20, but I can send it to you.
Yeah, drop it in the Discord. That'd be fine.
Okay, 1 second.
Let's see. Then I need a smoke boot. Oh, yes, I need Boogeyman and Legal Eagle.
I have a token on my sheet, but for some reason I can't drop it on the map.
Really?
Are you dropping it?
It's in Discord.
Weird. Mine worked. You're just not special enough.
Apparently.
Jade Dragon. Let's see, did we have one? We didn't have a token for Legal Eagle, did we?
Yeah, I already put it down. Straight. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see now. I'm like way zoomed out, so. That's right, because I saw where you had done one on City of Heroes. Okay. Upload. Choose a picture. Okay, I uploaded it. Why did it not do anything?
It was giving me a lot of trouble yesterday, the upload button.
All right, Zach, that should give you a boogeyman you can use.
Yes, it does.
Does he deserve a boogeyman he can use?
Well, we'll have to wait and see on that.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, the J Dragon uploaded that time, so.
Whee!
And... All right, can you control J Dragon?
Let us find out. Sure can.
All right, excellent. All right, so you all arrive on scene.
I'm not sure I can control mine. I'm not sure which one mine is, actually.
This guy over here. He's got some kind of weird green mask thing, but he's got like a mohawk.
Okay.
You know, the next time we use this character, I'll have something better for those of you that don't already have one. All right, so as you arrive on the scene, you see these 2 police cars already out in front of the building. There are police officers laid out in the street.
Oh.
There are a few people here at the edge of this building. They give you the distinct impression they've been dropped off the building.
Ouch.
Ooh.
Give me an awareness roll, everybody. Okay.
Dang.
I'll take that 6.
Alright, so everybody that beat an 8, which is J Dragon, Legal Eagle, and Muck
And the muck boot.
My new favorite word is muck boot.
You just can't see because this building has got a, you know, the edges of the building come up past the roof somewhat. But you can see a herd of people stationed right here. You know, you can see the kind of generic people icons. And they're shuffling around, and you can make out some crying. Nobody's screaming. You think you hear somebody begging, though you can't make out the individual words. So much as the tone. Muckboot, the officer that brought you in, sees the other police laying around and immediately kind of starts running to them.
Not the wisest choice. Could be booby trap, but
As that's happening, you see a winged woman. Oh, that's right. She'd have been in the air. Yeah, you see 5 of these kind of mutated things on the rooftop. They seem to be playing with these people. You know, they'll grab one and act like they're going to throw him, and then they don't throw him, and you know. Just generally harassing. You know, you see them like they're trying to goad one of them into fighting back. But you see somebody else laid out on the roof where, you know, they must have fought back.
Yeah, it's terribly cruel.
Yeah, they don't strike you as nice people. Do you want to beeline for the roof with Boogeyman, or do you want to land next to this police car that you saw pull up?
Huh?
Legal?
I'm sorry?
Do you want to land next to the police car or beeline straight to the rooftop?
I think I would land next to the police car just to kind of regroup with everybody and see what's,
Okay.
Same info as everybody else.
As you're landing, a police officer runs by, clearly going to assist other fallen officers. You see a very country-looking gentleman with some kind of old rifle getting out of the other side. But he was sitting in the passenger side of the police car, not in the back, so... you also see a motorcycle ride up with two people, one of them in costume. As it parks, a large man wearing a shark fin and a distinctive vest just sort of bubbles up out of the earth.
Is it obvious the shark fin is fake?
Yes, it is obviously a costume piece.
Yeah, it's brown. It matches his costume.
She doesn't say anything, but she's staring.
Give me an intelligence check. You think you've seen that guy on TV before. Actually, you're into a massive success. Yeah, you'd even know his name. Yeah, you recognize Landshark, a well-known hero. Respected might be stretching it, but well-known.
I'm going to be sure to slip him my card before we go our separate ways.
Just in case you ever need, legal representation.
Probably.
No claim is made that the legal representation I will give you is any greater than the legal representation given you by other lawyers.
You might need more than one lawyer.
A team. He needs a team of lawyers.
So are actual superheroes here now? Oh my god.
Well, Legal Eagle's in a costume. The shark dude is in a costume.
When she hands,
The young lady's in a costume.
The helmet so my face doesn't get messed up.
when she hands him her card, he'll say, "Hi, I'm Bruce. I'm a shark, obviously."
Noted.
As y'all are making these quick introductions, come to think of it, how do you introduce yourselves to each other? I'm going to go ahead and move y'all all closer together.
Hi, my name is Haley Hawk. You may also have noticed my billboards. I go by Legal Eagle as well. If any of you need representation, please let me know.
Pass those out cards.
Oh, cool! I've seen your your billboards before. Very cool. So you're like a real eagle.
I just have wings. I'm not technically an eagle. I'm a human.
Isn't that like false advertising?
No.
Now, some people call lawyers sharks.
Wait, you're not a real shark though?
Yes, and I'm not a real whip either.
Oh man!
I'm up.
Never meet your heroes.
A muckboot stands there for a moment, listening to all this, goes, I've fallen into an insane asylum. I mean, I think we've lost the plot here, and shoots a swinging line to get on top of the roof.
All right.
Right.
As Muckboot arcs towards the roof, go ahead and put yourself, on the corner here or something.
I'm gonna fly up there.
As you start flying, you hear a scream as someone has been thrown off the roof.
I'm
gonna assume I'm fast enough to catch him.
Hey, roll my coordination check and see.
Sure.
8 is the number to beat.
Well.
Marginal success. Is anybody else trying to do something for this person?
I want to use, if you'll let me, use my earth powers to make a pillar to take me up to the rooftop,
Okay.
and I'm going to fold my arms like Superman, and I'll say, "Mole Man, would you
Him.
care? Would you care to step outside? Oh, wait, we are outside."
I believe you mean your arms up in the air like the Primus. Let's get our worlds right here.
Boogeyman's gonna try and leap on top of that little pillar of earth as it comes up to get up on the roof.
Okay. So you're up there with him.
Would I be able to use my whips to swing? I mean, I'm trying to figure out how and even if I could like use my whips to help pull me up there. It's not like
Sounds like a power stunt to me.
Yep.
yeah, I could stunt it. Especially since it's important to get up on that roof as soon as possible. I think
All
that's
right.
worth
So what quality are you tapping?
Well, whip it good.
That works.
Yeah, I'm whipping
That
it
does
good.
indeed
So
work.
I'm sorry.
I said that works. Yeah.
Yeah. So shall I spend a determination point to power stunt that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, do I need to roll anything in particular?
No, you can swing up without too much trouble. And you will have swinging for basically the duration of this scene.
Oh, swinging! If this is based on swinging, I've got the swing. I paid for swinging as an extra. So that's all.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
there
that's
you
a
go.
moving power that can get you on a roof.
Woohoo!
Yep.
You whip a lamp post, get yourself up there, and yada yada yada.
Yeah. Can I go ahead and place myself with the assailants?
Yes, go right ahead.
Yeah. Right.
Boogeyman and Land Shark, consider yourselves to be at equal level with the roof, so you can just step off this platform onto the roof. Anna, you manage to catch the guy and slow his descent, but he slips out of your grip and falls. The last 6 or 7 feet. It's an unpleasant landing for him, but nothing breaks. He's you prevented him from any major injury. Jade Dragon, how are you getting on the rooftop?
Yo, that is an excellent question. I could parkour to the roof. Parkour. Using my. Wait a minute. Is this a building?
Yes, this is a building.
Does it have? Can I run? Can I use the stairs to the roof?
Sure, it'd take you a round or so to get up there, though.
Sounds good. I'll do that.
All right, so you just run inside and
I mean, let's not get crazy.
All right, we have got 10 minutes until 4.
I'm not bugging out just fine.
Oh, okay. Then if we go a few minutes over, it won't make a big difference. All right.
Yeah, not a big deal.
All right, then. Well, let's give everybody give me an initiative roll.
Oh, I forgot the. Can I get a reminder of what initiative is?
It is your coordination, and if you have the military specialty, that factors into it as well.
Thank you.
Where did I put the NPCs? Alright, add a turn for him. Add a turn for him. Alright, is that everybody? Character-wise.
Guys, I got to bug out, but put me at the end of the order or what have you, since I'm going to be around late anyway. But I'll see you guys next time.
Okay.
Cool. We'll see you.
Yeah, we'll probably just do one round of.
Yeah, I'll be running up the stairs for that round
Okay,
anyway.
yeah.
So
We'll just do one
Okay, cool.
round and we'll wrap it there then.
Good one.
All right. Well, that should have been the lieutenant, not the troop. But anyway. Yeah, we got started a little late, which is.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Well, it wasn't just you. I had forgotten to change all the nameplates and stuff. I was having to do that, so you know. Wow, these troop guys are rolling really well for their initiative. That was one. That's what, 3 more. 1, 2. All right. J Dragon had a 9. And Legal Eagle. Anna was the 12 for Legal Eagle.
Yes.
Okay. Oh yes, I see. Boogeyman actually had a name. Okay. Whip it. Ooh, 11.
Let's roll to 6.
And Land Shark had a 9. And Muck Boot, where is Muck Boot?
Right above Boogeyman.
Also an 11. Oh, that guy needs a 6. Okay. There. So top of the order is Legal Eagle.
Okay. I'm going to swoop up there. And I think let me get a good look at the little.
Yeah, you see 4 of them kind of have the people bunched in the corner. There's one a little further back that he's just laughing at what the other guys are doing.
I'm gonna shoot the laughing guy.
Okay. Alright. So he will dodge. Alright, so you hit him. How much damage do you do?
6.
He takes takes a staggered step backwards, looks at you a little surprised. Oh, so this world does have some champions. He seems to be speaking English.
Ooh.
But like a badly dubbed movie, his lips are not matching what's coming out of his mouth. It's not the weird delay thing, it's just,
Doesn't match.
Yep. He turns to his troops. Leave the... Would be a good term for him to use. Leave the peons alone. We have actual warriors to fight now.
Phew.
Whip it. You land on the rooftop.
Yeah, that's good. I am relieved that that the head honcho has focused the monsters on us instead of civilians. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and I'm disturbed by what these sadistic creatures have been doing. So I'm just going to do a straight up slash attack with my whip on the closest one. I guess the brown one that looks like an Ant-Man helmet.
Yeah.
So whip attack away, and I've generated a 13 total.
All right, that's not a lieutenant. Where did I put the regular invaders? Shoot, there we go.
Boy, this may actually be pretty. Whoa, boy.
Well, that's going to go poorly for you.
Yeah, that was technically that was a slashing attack, so this sounds like it could be a full-on kill.
It's quite possible.
Yeah. Do I roll for that?
No wonder your bat mom doesn't let you work with her anymore.
I think we filled in the blanks on how that came about. Do I roll that result or?
No, it's a strength roll versus the damage, I believe. Oh, that the trooper here has to make.
Oh,
all right.
Oh, okay.
So how many points of damage did it do?
Well, the strike is at 5, so that'll be 5 slashing.
All right. And then it's a strength check versus... Oh! Yeah, go ahead and give me a D6 roll plus 5.
Okay, let me build that in.
Well, that will be the difficulty of his check.
Yeah. Oh, I can't really... How about I just put in 0, make the bonus modifier of 5, since there's no...
Yeah, that works. That works.
All right, let's see. I generated an 8 total.
All right, versus their strength. So that is a... Let's see here. Outcomes. Oh, that's stunt effects. Hang on just a second while I find where this stuff is. Well, I'm not finding it anywhere. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Damage. Killing. All right. On a fail or marginal success. But this is a... All right, that's a failure, though.
Damn it. Oh, it's on page...
41.
I think it's page 41, yeah.
Yeah, I had just found it. Let's see.
It looks like I don't do any... I think I don't do anything but just the straight-up damage.
Resistance test. All right, let's see. Target. After resistance test, the full damage level against attacker's strength. All right. Okay, I think this was one that's in the fact. I think they've reversed the effects on this one.
Oh, really? Okay.
Well, if he fails, he just takes the damage. But on a massive success, he starts dying.
Right.
They printed the wrong description with the wrong. I remember reading that. So this would count as a moderate success. So you did not kill him, but you did render him unconscious.
Oh, okay. Right on.
You know, his stamina essentially drops to 0 right away, but he doesn't have to make the checks to avoid dying later on.
Okay. Cool.
All right, and where were we? Oh, yes, that was with it. Muck boot.
So which one of these 4 that are still standing look the most melee?
You have a big honking kind of stony looking guy here.
I guess I'll pepper a shot on him and see what happens.
All right. Let's see, that's the troop. Coordination. Well, that's a hit. What kind of shot are you taking?
Just a good old shot for a rank power of 6.
Okay. Put in his damage then. That seemed to do a good bit of damage to him. Now, does that do stunning or killing?
It'll do killing for right now. Because these are most definitely things Muck Boot's willing to kill.
You don't think they're quite human. Alright, give me a d6 plus your damage, as he has got to make that same kind of check with his strength.
Alright.
Alright, he fails. Down he goes. These guys are not lasting at all. I wasn't even using the minion stuff with them. They actually have, regular amounts of stamina. It just ain't doing them no good.
Old boy Muck Boot's been hunting a long time. He knows how to take down a prey.
Alright. Then it's the big stony guy that you just dropped. Then it's the guy that Legal Eagle shot. The one that... Well, you've heard him speak in English. Better English than you, actually. And, it seems to be the one
He's out.
Do it now?
Did you say he was out, or is he still up?
No, that one's still up. It's his turn now. Let's see. Landshark made a big speech, but Legal Eagle actually shot him. And what kind of energy was it that your weapon was firing, Eagle?
No.
It's a kinetic blast.
Thank you.
He seems to fire the same sort of thing back at you.
Coordination, right?
Correct.
Come on.
Alright, key stat is coordination. Alright, he hits you for 5 points. Oh, and you would have had, let's see, a little recovery time from the last. Let's see. There's damage. Recovery. You would have regained a couple of stamina getting over here.
Yeah.
All right. That was his shot. Then it's the bug lady who's already out. All right, Land Shark. They didn't seem overly impressed with your speech. What you gonna do about it?
Let's see. Who is left?
You have a horned individual down here. And then a smaller, more agile, clawed character next to them. And then you have the green fella over here that, he seems to be speaking English, and he just shot at Legal Eagle.
You look for the biggest, toughest guy, or what looks to be the biggest, toughest guy, and throw a punch.
Alright, so you would jump over here to this fella. He is physically the biggest, bulkiest.
Okay. And I'll throw a punch. It's like, let's handle this small manny Sharko.
Mono e Fino. It's prowess.
Not roll well.
Yeah, I did not roll particularly well either. Alright, so you managed to strike him. And you do 8 damage.
Yes.
Let's see. Alright, he did not have much damage resistance. He is still up, but he is wobbling on his feet. Yeah, that wasn't enough duty knockback or anything, so. J Dragon spends his turn hustling up the stairs.
Steps.
Boogeyman.
Alright. Yeah, what? Boogeyman's gonna take a swing at the big green guy with the fat.
Okay.
Ow.
He ducks out of the way. A club? You come at me with a club? It's not even a proper mace. Let's see. The big guy that Landshark just hit. He's going to take a swing at Landshark. So give me a prowess roll.
Trying to get to the... I lost my window.
That happens to me all the time with multiple when you got multiple character sheets of.
It's okay. I have to log back into Roll20. Roll20 freaked out on me.
Not a problem.
And we want prowess.
Yes, prowess. This is hand to hand. You just barely get out of the way. You feel his knuckles just barely graze your cheek.
It's a love tap.
Yeah, like I said, he's wobbly on his feet, so yeah. However, his clawed partner is not wobbly on their feet and dives at you.
Prowess again.
Beg pardon? Yes,
Prowess again.
Prowess again, yes. Ooh. 6. Alright, that is 5 points of damage.
On me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, my damage resistance takes care of that.
Alright. How much damage resistance do you have?
6.
Okay.
He's tough. For an idiot.
So she
That's
got
a
a
45 points.
she got a killing result. Or you would normally have to make that check. But since your damage reduction brought her damage below 0, yeah, you got to make that check. Yeah, if it brought it down to 0 or higher than that, you would still have to take the make that check. Though with your strength, that wouldn't be too difficult. However, not an issue. It does not feel comfortable, but it doesn't actually break the skin. They look very disappointed. And a little surprised. And that brings us back to the top of the order, which is where we will wrap for the week. Really meant for this one to wrap up in one session, but late start, and I still have not found a really good way to do an Avenger-style fight scene where you mowing through the nameless, faceless minions. They still seem to take too much time.
Right.
But anyway, anybody that's watching this later, I hope you enjoyed it. Want to thank my players. Again, it was Taylor playing Muckboot, Curtis playing Landshark. Let's see, who was it? Brian playing Jade Dragon, though he's already off. Mike playing Whippet. Zach playing the Boogeyman. And Anna playing Legal Eagle. Hope y'all had a good time. I had fun running it. And we will see you next in 2 weeks. Bye.
We'll see you next in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Take care.
I'm used to the other one I run weekly, so it's throwing me off.
Yeah, I understand.